Welcome to the first ever episode of Ultimate Clash, where we will feature two opponents who will fight each other in an all-out brawl. I will discuss the origins and powers and abilities of both characters to see who will be the winner. Today's matchup will be Luke Cage versus Bane. Alright, first, Luke Cage. Dr. Noah Burstein came to the prison to carry out secret medical research and recruited Lucas as a volunteer. He was secretly working on experimental cell regeneration based on a variant of the super soldier process. He immersed Lucas in an electro-biochemical system, a device that contained an electrical field conducted by an organic chemical compound. When he left the equipment unattended, Rackham tampered with the controls, hoping to kill Lucas. However, the treatment was accelerated past its intended purpose, causing mutagenic change throughout Lucas's body, fortifying his cells, giving him superhuman strength and durability. Lucas used his newfound powers to escape the prison and make his way back to Harlem. He then went to use his powers to be a hero for hire. Now, getting into his powers and abilities. The super soldier serum enhanced all his physical abilities. He has superhuman strength, enhanced speed, superhuman stamina, invulnerability, and accelerated healing factor. He is able to lift up to 25 tons, and he is able to punch through barriers as thick as a 4-inch steel plate. He also has enhanced speed, which allows him to run at an impressive 40 miles per hour. Superhuman stamina. His muscles generate less fatigue toxins than the muscles of ordinary humans, granting him superhuman stamina. This helps him pull off astonishing feats of athleticism despite his excess mass. And now, what Luke Cage is really known for is his invulnerability. Luke Cage's body is as hard as titanium steel. His muscles and bones tissues are super dense, granting him much greater resistances to physical injury. He can withstand conventional handgun fire of 4 feet and cannot be cut by the sharpest of blades. He can withstand up to 1-ton impacts or blasts of 150 pounds of TNT without serious injury. And he is impervious to temperature, extremes, and electrical shocks. His current level of durability enables him to withstand gunfire at point-blank range and to withstand being lit on fire without suffering any serious or permanent injuries. He has withstood impacts from superhumans a good deal stronger than himself, destructive energy attacks including electricity, and falls from great heights such as 90-story high skyscrapers. Luke's invulnerability is usually enough to protect him from damages. However, Luke's recovery time from injury or trauma is customarily 1/3 that of an ordinary human. Now, getting into his abilities, he is a skilled combatant. Cage is a self-taught hand-to-hand combat with years of street fighting experience. He's not the greatest hand-to-hand fighter, but he's pretty good on the street level. Through him, he has learned to utilize leverage with his strength in order to increase his combat effectiveness against more powerful opponents. He's also a skilled athlete, even without his superhuman abilities. He is also fluent in many languages, and he's a strong speaker, speaking positively, truthfully, and with charisma. Now, for his weaknesses, Luke Cage does have invulnerable skin. However, his skin can still be lacerated by a highly powerful medical laser and weapons composed of adamantium. Another weakness is radiation, as enough exposure to massive amounts of radiation and the resulting burns can kill Cage if the injuries are extensive enough. Now let's get into Bane. Now we will get into Bane's origin story, as he is known for the man who broke the bat. Born into a life sentence for the crimes of his father, he was raised from birth within the harsh prison known as Peña Dura, sorry if I said that wrong, in the Caribbean Republic of Santa Prisca. He was named Bane by the warden after his first murder as an adolescent. And as he grew to adulthood, he became the most feared and respected inmate, the king of Peña Dura. Gifted with physical prowess and natural intelligence, he used his time in study, meditation, and exercise to hone his body and mind to a peak of human potential. Getting the wrong attention by the warden and taken into isolation cell for his murders, the child realized that courage, dedication, and strengthening of both mind and body were his only ways to survive. Calling himself Bane, he trained his body through the harshest environments when his isolation cell flooded during some nights. Upon his release from isolation, Bane continued his intense training while studying whatever literature he found within the prison. Self-taught within the fields of strategy, philosophy, languages, math, grammar, and more, Bane developed into the ultimate killing machine that even the guards found themselves fearing. It would be the stories from another inmate bird about a monster with Gotham City known as Batman that would inspire Bane to escape and look for new prisons to conquer. Meanwhile, the warden attempted to rid himself of Bane and nominated him to participate in an experiment to create a superpowered soldier with a steroid-like drug known as Venom. They injected the venom into Bane, almost killing him, as had happened to numerous subjects before him. Believing him to be dead, Bane was tossed into the sea where he freed himself. Returning to the prison, Bane held the warden hostage while escaping by means of a helicopter. With his inmate friends escaping alongside with him, Bane traveled to Gotham to set about his destiny to be king. His first step was to hunt down the Batman. Now for his powers and abilities. Bane's use of the super steroid venom allowed him to temporarily enhance his physical functions to superhuman levels, particularly his strength, endurance, and speed. His body's senses and healing abilities are also augmented to a degree. Bane needs to periodically inject himself with venom to retain these abilities, and although overuse can result in temporary insanity. Bane's superhuman strength allows him to lift a max of 3 tons. Enhanced reflexes. Bane can react just as fast as the fittest human can. Bane has fought many opponents while applying his tactics and supporting his massive frame. Enhanced speed. Bane can run as fast as the fittest human can. He can run on par with Olympic runners. He can support his weight while maintaining a high rate of speed. He also has superhuman stamina. Under the effects of venom, Bane can fight almost forever. As long as he can continue to pump venom into his veins, he can continue fighting indefinitely. While on a single dose of venom, Bane has been able to fight many battles for many hours and never seemingly stopped. He also has superhuman durability. Under the effects of venom, Bane can withstand powerful blows from metahumans, multiple bullets, and explosions. He also has accelerated healing. Bane can also use his venom as a form of medicine to heal from injuries, poisons, and diseases. Depending on how devastating the injury is, Bane needs to inject a certain amount of venom into himself. For his other abilities, he is exceptionally skilled in the arts of escaping and infiltration, as he managed to break out of the most heavily fortified prison in the world. He also has a genius-level intellect. Bane is also highly intelligent. In prison, he taught himself various scientific disciplines equal to the level of understanding of leading experts in those fields, making him a genius as well as one of Batman's most intelligent foes. He is also multilingual, as he is fluent in English, Spanish, Portuguese, Cantonese, and Latin. He has very good tactical analysis, and he's a superb strategist. What's also crazy is that he has photographic memory, which borders on an absolute total recall. This has allowed him to memorize the countless skills, disciplines, and facts that he's taught himself over the years. Bane is also a highly formidable combatant, who has not only mastered but also created several forms of martial arts. Though less skilled than the likes of Batman, Bane's fighting ability combined with his peak strength and endurance make him a highly formidable opponent for any non-meta and many meta-human foes. As for his weaknesses go, he only has one main weakness, which is drug addiction. As stated earlier, if he injects too much venom, it can cause him to go insane, which could potentially cause him to not do well during the fight, so thus letting his opponent win. Now that I've listed both of the characters' powers and abilities, let's decide who wins. And the winner of this battle has to go to Luke Cage. Now I say Luke Cage wins this fight due to his overall superior physical traits, because he can lift up to 25 tons while Bane can only lift up 3 tons max. Luke Cage also has much better durability, as he can take high caliber bullets and much more. Although Bane is much smarter, I don't feel like he would find a way to expose Luke Cage's weaknesses of sharp metals such as adamantium piercing his skin or radiation. And Bane is also a better combatant, but I feel like that would not help during this fight. That's why Luke Cage would take the victory. Alright guys, that's it. Luke Cage is the winner. Now remember, this is my opinion, it's not a fact. If you think Bane will win, comment down below. If you respect my opinion, I'll respect yours. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and yeah, peace out.